We also have another option in Caddie where we have a multi-selection dialog box. Many times in Caddie, especially if you've got a busy area that you want to select objects, once you click, sometimes it selects the wrong object. It selects the bath instead of the wall, etc. So if we go to our settings, selected, highlighted, marked, and virtual objects, that dialog box will give you an option where you can now highlight objects when no command is active. In addition to that, we've got selection settings where I can now say show a selection dialog. Now, the show selection dialog, I'll explain to you shortly. Let's just first of all spend some time on what hover over visual effect settings, what those highlight object when no command is active, what that is all about. As you can see, mine is set up to be orange, which simply means without selecting anything, just as I move my mouse over objects, it highlights them so you can actually see which objects will be selected before you click. So if I move over here, I can see that wall, that window, or that bath is going to be selected once I click now. But if I click in any specific region over there, you will see it now pops up a little dialog box where it gives you options in the vicinity of that area that you've clicked. So as you scroll, move your mouse through that area, you can now decide whether you want to select that wall, a polyline, the opaque or wipeout area, etc. So if I decide I want to select the wall, I just go to that one, click, and that wall is now selected. So it actually gives you an option where in a very busy drawing, if you select in any specific region, it will take all the objects within that vicinity and list them so that you can choose from the list what is the object that you wanted selected. Now obviously you can turn that off as well. If I go to my selected, highlighted, marked, and virtual object settings again, I can turn that option off, that dialog box off, but I can retain the highlight option when I hover my mouse over specific objects, which means it will now still hover or highlight the objects as I hover over objects, but now it will not give me that multi-selection dialog box. And that also makes your life a lot easier in selecting objects, as well as to see which objects will be affected when you click your mouse.